I too have the power of a god.
I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got peace, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got poison and joy inside my DNA.
神羅転生
I was born in this world. Immaculate conception, not just perform like this without you and your weapon. I know you before I meditate and if that I got inside my DNA.
Now, I too have the power of a god.
I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got peace, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got poison and joy inside my DNA.
神羅転生
I was born in this world. Immaculate conception, not just perform like this without you and your weapon. I know you before I meditate and if that I got peace, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got poison, pain and joy inside my DNA.
いい加減おとなしく切られやがれ
I was born in this world. Immaculate conception, not just perform like this without you and your weapon. I know you I meditate and if that I got loyalty.
いつもからキレキ一切穴があったら入りたい
Loyalty inside my DNA.
Terrorism.
What? Yo.
Child neglect, child assault,
Child.
child endangerment, and murder.
Damn, we treating him like a black man.
And it's a fun one. We're going to throw one in just because it's New Jersey. That man pumps his own gas with his unregistered Let's go! So, I'm going to kick this off with why I think Batman's a criminal. Y'all ready? Yeah! There's a list of crimes that Batman has done. In Batman issue number 1, Joker was supposed to die. Joker was never supposed to be a reoccurring villain. So any of y'all who think, oh man, Joker's been fighting Batman for 80 years. Wrong. The editors kept Joker around. Batman has actually killed more people than you actually want to remember. And Batman is more deadly to his actual teammates than any other villain has been. How many times has Superman died, or how many plans does Lex Luthor or anyone else had that could actually succeed in taking out Superman? Yeah. But Batman got one. Batman got one for his entire friends and family. Now, if I can ask any of y'all, you have a list of ways to take out your friends and family, would that not make you a criminal? Put your hand down. We're not a criminal.
No, we're not.
Yeah, damn, go through blocks and his hand. Quick, what hit me your money? That boy, damn, when he went to John was like, yo, me, I got this. I got my list right here. Hey, they're not like us supporting the Batman, is what he's saying. Listen, Batman will beat his trauma into other people. You are running around as a grown man with your white face out to tell people, hey, I'm guilty of doing this. I'm a vigilante, which by definition is already a crime. You run around with an unregistered, unlicensed vehicle with guns on it, telling people, I don't shoot, I don't kill, I'm Batman, I'll never do that. You do it anyway.
He makes too much money not to go to therapy.
That boy is rich. Yo, the crime system in Gotham is super high. Let's name off how many doctors this nigga got on his actual billing list. Dr. Freeze, Dr. Harleen Quinzel, Dr. Poison Ivy. Why do you have this many doctors that you just beating up on? What? That's fucking what? Listen, Batman will stop you whether you are a $10 drug dealer or an Empire kingpin dealing whatever. Now, I will remind you, as I get ready to send this over, the crime level rose to match Batman. Batman did not rise to match the crime level. When the crime level rises, Batman got more people that he can endanger, more children that he can endanger. How many of Batman's sidekicks have to die before we say, you know what? We're going to stop letting this world die. The Sun died. Nightwing died. Stephanie Miller died. Jason Todd died. Yo, are we counting Red Robin? Because he thought he died too. Like, how many kids have to die before we say, yo, that's it? Because if you kill one kid, you're a murderer and we'll never let you out of jail. We never let Casey Anthony forget what she did or what we think she did because legally she got off on it, right? But we never gonna forgive her though.
You right.
Now in the court of public opinion, which we standing in right now, like I feel like we in public opinion if y'all got the crowd vote, is Batman not wrong for murdering people? Is Batman not wrong for assaulting people? Is Batman not wrong for pumping his own gas in New Jersey? Come on, man. Hey, what you got?
It's New York, not New Jersey.
No. Let's go over this one time for the crowd. Now, Metropolis is set in New York, but Batman is riddled in a crime-filled city with a very super high education rate. Yet he does not do anything because the $3 billion that they put away for the rescue fund for any emergencies is used on Batman's destruction of property. So let's count the fact that their education system is still high, but their crime rate is still low, yet you have a superhero protecting you. Meanwhile, New York City is supposed to be terrible in crime, and guess who's right next door protecting it? The man that Batman is so scared of is going to snap and do something. So he's made plans to kill him. How many plans has Superman made to kill Batman?
You don't need a plan.
Exactly.
And Superman's already snapped on multiple occasions.
Whoa. Superman ain't on trial here. We're going to get the Boy Scout out for one time, all right? Asia, what you got for the crowd?
That's like asking if God has a plan to kill.
All right, well,
No. The crowd got the time. You got to wait. You got to wait, bro.
We got to defend.
all right. Honestly, Batman's not a criminal because, listen.
I'm listening.
Because the people on the street, they're getting drugs from other people on the street, and they're going to end up killing themselves. What is Batman doing? Batman is taking the people. Listen, wait.
It'll break your leg for jaywalking.
Batman, yes. Batman, I would beat the shit out of somebody.
You admitted to assault in the court?
I see somebody giving
Bail.
Turn his mic off.
Hold on, we're going to give the defense their time.
I think we can all agree. We have been in situations and stuff. He just need his ass beat. You ain't thought it.
Everybody deserves a one ass
But he gives everybody one ass whooping every day.
Okay, can I finish my argument?
Whoa. Can we let the defense finish, please?
Yes.
Defense.
Are you done?
Hey, Judge, you need to wrangle your people in.
Batman has money. Batman's putting money into Gotham. Okay, they pulled that bat light, that bat signal for him. Most of the police department pulls that for him because they need him. They're calling him at the end of the day because they don't have the manpower or the weapons to take Joker, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, any of those. But when he puts them in Gotham and they escape, if they escape, that's not Batman's problem.
Yo, he did what he did.
GCPD's problem at the end of the day. You're pulling the bat signal to call Batman because you can't keep the criminals that I gave you in jail.
Did they become criminals to rise to the level of
Let her finish.
you?
Let her finish. Let her finish. Let her finish. Batman has the money. Batman has the money, and it's putting money into the GCPD, but they don't want to use that money for weapons. They use it for the bat signal. they made, and once you pull that bat signal at the end of the day, I can do what I want. I'm bringing you the criminal at the end of the day. The criminal's not dead.
Listen.
But in the next episode or the next movie, you see that they're still walking and doing the same thing over and over and over again to get a rise out of the GCPD who gets tired and fed up.
Well, that's kind of their job.
It's their job, but what are they doing? They're not doing anything. They're calling the vigilante you're mad because he's assaulting them to get them because they have weapons as well. They're throwing smoke bombs in the city. They're speeding through the city. Yes, Batman speeds through the city too. Come on now. All these little dangerous weapons, you're saying just Batman is murdering people? No. These same villains that he's putting behind bars are doing the same exact thing.
So he should get away with it too?
They are, because they're getting out.
So they go to court?
No, they don't.
They go to jail?
They don't have their day. They don't get that to the asylum.
Don't worry about how much they
They're not even in
Batman deserves a day in there. That's what I was saying.
And Batman had his day. And guess what? He got out and he got off because he was not wrong. In Jersey, you need a vigilante.
That is wild.
You need a vigilante because we just as dangerous as Batman as just us. Yeah, am I wrong?
She said, go.
Okay, I didn't think about it. We have the same weapons. We have the same weapons that these villains can. We can acquire these same weapons that these villains have. But we don't need Batman? No! But we don't need somebody helping fight our battles so that these people aren't breaking into our homes constantly, aren't constantly getting out of jail, aren't
going on killing sprees.
Can I
The only thing Poison Ivy trying to do is say what's some climate change. Now we hot.
God damn it, Batman. Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy trying to save us and you want to stop us?
Okay?
All right, we'll work on it.
But, wait, hold on. Okay, to wrap this all up, Batman has the money, Batman has the resources, but it's up to everybody else. It's up to the GCPD, it's up to the people to either help and stop. It's either to help and stop these same people that they're crying and complaining about, or shut the hell up and let Batman do what he needs to do to keep the streets of Gotham as decent, as Jersey, as decent as possible. Okay.
Can I ask something? Just brief up. Batman, I know his family comes from. Batman is Bruce Wayne, right? Yeah. Let's be real, right?
Okay.
I mean, Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Okay.
His dad owned the hospital. He was a doctor, right?
Okay.
So then he owns the hospital and the money. Okay. So the people that he beats up, by the way, that remember he funds the hospital. He beats them up. and then he sends them to the hospital to get checked up, right? So then he gets the money from all that, and
That goes right back into that money goes right back into the city.
which goes into his
It goes right back into correction. It goes back into funding the things that Batman needs to keep.
They haven't had
The streets of
weapons.
Gotham clean.
I'm the judge. I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting it right. So Batman.
No, you're big bias. You're big bias.
Let him cook.
I'm just trying to make sure. I'm just trying to make sure.
Batman has a conflict of interest. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying that, but if you're implying it, you know. So I just want to make sure.
Show me in which comic somebody says I owe the hospital for the bills that I went there.
They can't. That's why they have to go to crime.
They don't go to the hospital.
But Batman is not just the government. Batman is not the only person in government. But Batman's not the only one taking that money. The money that Batman gets, he's putting back into the city. What about the others? What about your other lawmakers?
So why is he taking
What
it?
about the biggest villains in Batman being all the rich people? And Batman isn't battling against the Court of Owls the same way he battles against Mr. Freeze. You don't come at them to take their money and their wealth the same way that you take his products and everything else he got. You took everything.
Their products are already in the
The
city.
Court of Owls is actively trying to free
So why would he kick the government back?
But the Court of Owls is actively trying to keep the government and everything corrupt. If you have a system that is built on corruption, if you are fighting against corruption, you found the corruption, you know all the biggest hitters in all the world.
Then the comic
Universe. Let's not even say the world. Batman has traveled parallel worlds. Batman can do whatever the fuck Batman wants and still has not stepped out the crime in Gotham. Batman has traveled multiverses.
That's not true.
Can I ask a question of Batman? If you're so strategic, why haven't you thought about a new government structure that actually addresses poverty?
Because we're not
Let Batman answer.
You can't question him directly.
Y'all kicking everyone's ass.
because y'all don't even want me to fight by the rules.
Sir, you don't have to answer that.
Sir, you are beating up people over that.
You do not have to
Wait, I don't talk to my client.
Yes, the hell you do.
They're directed to me.
Let me ask the prosecutor.
Why do we still have so much poverty in our city and Gotham?
God damn, Michelle, we hear you.
Prosecutor, let me ask you a question. Because you were saying something about Batman and alternate universes.
Yeah.
Isn't there an alternate universe where Batman is doing exactly what you said? And like everybody's fine, everybody's cool, the crime rate is actually really low?
Is this one of the evil universes for where Batman helps?
I'm not
We're not talking about those universes.
Wait, so is he evil there or is he good there?
Is
Is he evil there or is he good there? Because if he's evil, is he evil here? Isn't this our Batman like evil?
So does our Batman not always see it playing through to the end?
So does the other Batman.
Right? Does our Batman see it playing through to the end?
All of the Batman do.
So all the Batman see it playing through to the end. All the Batman will be there to see their plans go all the way through, right? Including the ones about taking out the Justice League. Including the ones about setting up crime and setting up stuff so that Batman has totality and control over all the world. How many times has Batman gotten entire power and it corrupted Batman? Every time. Do you know why Batman has no superpowers? Because if he had any, it would be too much for him to control. Batman turns into a villain every single time he gets powers.
What? In that specific universe that he's asking, that specific universe that he is asking you about, you answered nothing from it.
But we're talking about this.
Batman, there was a universe where Batman was good. The crime was low, and he was abiding, he was doing everything that she just mentioned that Batman wasn't doing.
But he ain't that Batman.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That we got
But y'all saw that Batman. Y'all read that Batman, right?
But we also read White Knight. Did you read White Knight where Batman got caught up on the crowd and Joker got right? Where Joker was the one that was right? And Batman saved his way all the way through to being the bad guy? Did you see when Batman went to Arkham Asylum instead of Joker? Did you remember that from White Knight? Did you remember when Batman was assaulting people? Did you remember when Harvey Dent and people believed in Harvey Dent? Bruce Wayne believed in Harvey Dent. And what happened to Harvey Dent? Nigga made a dent. You can't tell me me that Batman half a day. He made half a day. You can't tell me that Batman is right for people or right for this when Batman is not right for the people. The people had their person. They chose their person. They chose Harvey Dent. And what happened to Harvey Dent? And then what happened? Did Batman save him? Did Batman do what was right?
Yes. Lock him up.
Harvey Dent decided to step into the
No, Batman had to change the law.
Lock him up.
Batman said himself.
No.
So,
Because when Bruce Wayne was getting ready to confess that he was Batman, Harvey Dent decided to step into the big leagues and pretend to be Batman. He fucked around and found out.
But we're gonna switch to a new track. We're gonna switch to this child neglect, not child neglect.
ooh, you want the child neglect?
Look,
Before we get started on that, I just want to say, take Jason Todd out of this. He did nothing wrong. Leave him alone, all right? No Jason Todd talk. He's been through enough.
So on the charge of child neglect, right? Let me start by saying this. Always use birth control. I had a baby 2 months ago from BlerdCon last year. I celebrated my anniversary too hard with my wife. Shout out to her. She's going to be in the front row. However, I will say, as a parent who left his child at home with a babysitter, Batman did none of that. Responsibly. You know what Batman did responsibly with his child? He fought crime every night. He adopted a child, fought crime with him. That child watched him get his ass beat by Lady Shiva and said, nah, I think I'm going to go beat Nightwing. That's actually how that happened. Where Dick separated from Batman, he got beat by a girl. She beat his ass so bad that he was like, yeah, bro, I can't follow you anymore. There was an issue in All-Star Batman where he gave back Robin because Robin would not follow his actual orders. There were times in actual Batman where Damian Wayne was told, you are not coming because you are not ready, you are not responsible, you will stay here. He left him while he went on dangerous and irresponsible missions. He then took him on these same dangerous and irresponsible missions. While he went here, he said, hey, you go handle this. Why are you leaving a child to handle grown men and assassins?
I'm ready to hear
Damian Wayne's an assassin. You don't
That's a child.
He's an assassin.
A child is a child.
Okay. All right. Well.
Whoa. Let the defense cook. Let her cook. What you got?
Cool. All these kids were volunteers. Okay. Now, my reasoning for saying this is you can say no. They no. I get it. No legal age to consent.
We all get no is no.
You can say no. At the end of the day, they had nothing. They had nobody else.
They had no choice.
They had a choice, but you have a choice. You had a choice. He gave them a choice. It was either this company or
yeah, he's guilty of that.
What does it matter? He was a child. He was a child too. He took over an entire company as a child.
He had Alfred.
He
had Alfred.
And so did the kids.
And the kids also had him. What do you mean? You're saying just Batman had Alfred. Wait, come on. You're saying just Batman had Alfred, but those kids had him too. Alfred looked out for them as well.
Alfred looked out for that girl and Bruce took that one and made Nightwing cry.
Yes. Alfred.
Yeah, he was upset.
And then things happened. But at the end of the day, you knew that when you went out on these missions, you were risking your own safety. Because Batman gave you the option to go or not to go. He didn't tell you. He didn't force you to go. He didn't say, get the fuck in the Batmobile and let's go. No. Y'all had the option. You had the option. They had the option to go. Regardless, they still ate. They still had a place to sleep, but you knew that going out on these missions where you could lose your life.
You cannot ask an 8-year-old that kind of question.
Yes, you can.
Ask an 11-year-old that kind of question.
Yes, you can. Because at the end of the day, they are functional and they can.
That's the reason why you can't go to the military until you're 18. You can't trust people.
You can't go out of the
that they develop.
Normal kids.
What do you mean? Normal?
Can we
Whoa.
Can we at least finish our arguments before y'all start over talking us, please? We just want to get our stuff out. Thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all are amazing.
Wow. Hey, good stuff.
At the end of the day, everyone has decisions. They knew that going out there, you were risking your life. Batman told them that every day. That was Joker though. He did what he had to do. But Batman went to attempt to save him. It was too late.
And you never check back that long.
When you go get a video, or you see something happening in front of you, you're not going to question it. It happened in front of him. He's already saw him. Nobody said world's greatest shit. That nigga is the worst detective, but still.
Did he actually admit that Flash was a better detective than him?
Come on, go ahead.
That's not what we're arguing. Dick had nowhere to go. He had lost both of his parents. He didn't.
That's way worse.
I'm sorry. As a billionaire, I adopted a child that had
so you forced him to fight around? You turned an acrobat into one place? Why did you send him to boarding school?
He made his decision.
So when you're a billionaire and you have the money to send your child to boarding school, why wouldn't you? Because I would send my children to boarding school right the fuck now.
He did go found his way in the cave. I didn't say, hey, this is the living room. David got it. This is the bat cave. He found his way.
That's exactly what he did in Jason's eyes. Jason's eyes started spinning a wheel and he said, yo,
the judge had something to say. The judge had something to say.
Dick got his get back. Bruce asked him. Batman was like, hey, look, the guy that killed their parents, he's here. You want to come get your get back? Like, you want to come with me? Or you can stay home. I'm going to get him. But you want to come? You want to hit him back? Guess what Dick said? You know what? Yeah, I think I want my get back. So he did have a choice. So did all the other Robins. I'm trying to stay impartial here, but technically,
that was after
what? But his parents just died, and Batman was like, yo, here's the guy. You want your get back or not?
That is like, you cannot ask somebody when they're in distress a question like that, especially a child.
This was a little bit after. This wasn't the same day.
Did Batman pay you?
So you just said that, but I'm saying
don't make a calendar.
Does this not sound like I've been set up?
You have.
The judge has been sitting with the prosecutor. Batman's birthday today. Like, it sounds like I'm destined to lose this. So, do y'all want to turn this into a vote? Because y'all have been trying to...
Well, we're going to do closing arguments, sir.
Let's do closing arguments then. Adrian, you want to start with closing or you want... ladies are not closing today. So, in closing, if I could speak to any of y'all and tell y'all exactly why I feel that Batman is a criminal, here's exactly why. I feel as though, first of all, being a vigilante makes you a criminal. There is no ifs, ands, and buts. You should not be out assaulting people. There is no reason for you to put your hands on anyone else. My kids do not assault each other. They might hit each other, but they don't hit anybody else. They keep their hands to themselves.
For now.
However, nah, that doesn't do.
If one hits the other, that's other people.
Listen, what my kids do in their own room is what they do in their own room. That ain't actually do with this right now. All right? They are not on trial. My kids are young. Batman's on trial. As Batman is on trial, Batman hits people. Batman is assaulting drug dealers. Batman is creating more crime than needs to be. Black Mask would not have been a crime villain if Batman would not have been a criminal. Joker, in certain instances, there are 3 of them. You mean to tell me you have 3 Jokers running around and all of them would go away if you went away?
So, excuse me, point of order. Speaking of children, did the city of Gotham not fail Bruce Wayne when his parents were murdered?
The city of Gotham failed many children. They failed Bruce Wayne, they failed Dick Grayson, they failed Stephanie Brown, they failed...
But if we're going back to the point of origin, if the city of
Bruce Wayne
Gotham had intervened on Bruce Wayne, would Batman exist?
Can we wait, Jamal? Wait. Can you finish a closing argument? We'll come right back to that.
We'll come right back to that.
Once we finish closing arguments, and then we'll do questions. I got you. Go ahead.
So, in closing, here's what I feel Batman has done. Batman has committed acts of terrorism. Batman has rode around assaulting people because if you rode up in anywhere, in any city, and you just said, I'm going to start beating ass because I see crime as I see it. Not as crime is, but as I see you committing crime. You over there, I'm going to decide you are the worst criminal that decides to get beat today. Because these hands are ready to eat for everybody. I can't where I hit a woman because I'm Batman. I'll ride around in my gun-filled car and tell people, hey, I won't shoot you because I'm Batman. I'll ride around, do everything I want. I'll put these people in jail and say, hey, if they get out, that's on you. Bro, I locked them up for you. Why are you now calling me back? Because I'm out space adventuring with Superman. Oh, I'm on an adventure through the 9th dimension with Mr. Mixoculus. I'm on every... Don't make me wish that's what it's
What did you say?
But, yeah. You can't count on Batman in all times. Batman has been lost in time. Batman has been lost in space. Batman has turned evil. Batman is a criminal through and through and will continue to be so. Batman endangers children. Batman endangers the people. Batman will bring your crime rate and the city rates up. The taxes have to be higher because everything around you gets destroyed every 5 seconds. If I'm rebuilding everything in construction, yes, you as a construction and an engineer will have a job, but the average person will pay higher taxes and have more crime and more poverty because of what? Because I'm committing more crime, more poverty. I'm making people turn to crime because, hey, Joker's making a ton of fucking money. Why am I broke and Joker's making a ton of fucking money? That's my closing argument. Throwing it over the back.
Look, I didn't do some controversial shit, okay?
You always do.
But Batman isn't a criminal, and I'm gonna stick to that because at the end of the day, he is helping Gotham. It's honestly not his fault that these same villains are getting out of jail each and every time, are getting out of an asylum. There are police officers roaming the city, clearly not doing their jobs. That's not true, stop. If Gotham can defend itself, then stop pulling the bat signal. Stop calling for him. But you need his money, so you're gonna keep calling for him. Because they can contain Scarecrow. They clearly couldn't contain Harley or Joker. Catwoman, none of them, right? Oh, okay. So you need Batman to get them, put them away. Now it's up to the GCPD to keep them contained. If you can't do that, that's not Batman's problem. You got your corrupt cops who are helping the criminals. Oh, but okay. Batman and these kids. Batman loved these kids, honestly. I'm gonna stop this video. I'm gonna stop. I can't overtalk y'all. Listen, Batman actually cared for these kids. We're not gonna say love. Batman cared for these kids. Okay? Now, Batman told them the risk of going out there. They had a choice. They made their choice. You knew going out there, that's like any of us going out into the streets and saying, I'm going to be a vigilante today and I'm going to fucking go take out whoever's the next drug dealer killing someone. But then you're a murderer. You're a murderer. You're a murderer for going to go stop the next death? No. Because you want everybody in your city to stay in your city. Yes, there's going to be drug dealers, but you want most of them off the streets, right? Have Heavy drugs.
Okay, I was
heavy
like,
drugs. The heavy drugs.
The bad stuff.
Yeah, as long as we have access to the good drugs, we are okay. Case in point, everybody might not believe that Batman is a good guy, but look at it from he's helping a city full of people who are getting their houses broken into daily, getting their cars robbed, but then also police officers who can't help themselves. What do you do? You have to call on somebody. You have to call help. That's it.
And the defense Russ.
You had that question.
Don't let them choose.
You had that question.
All right, so we're going to turn it over we have 10 minutes left. We're going to turn it over for questions. We're going to try to keep questions at about
the government.
let's say like 15 seconds apiece, and then we're going to 15 to 30 seconds. We're going to throw it over, and then we're going to get everybody to actually vote. It's a standing room, so we're going to try to make this as quick as possible. I know a lot of y'all got something y'all want to say.
Try to make it
Show of hands, who all wants to say something?
No, just let her get her question out. We'll do questions and we'll just.
Did Gotham create its own problem by failing to protect Bruce Wayne when his parents were murdered? Is the city of Gotham responsible for creating and persisting in the existence of Batman?
Batman, you want to answer this one? Or?
I'm gonna say yes. If the problem is that I'm hurting people who are criminals, I'm not putting enough into a city that's constantly being robbed and where I literally from the bank, like I said, I've never seen one comic where someone said, I owe Wayne Memorial. We assume because that's how our world works, that's how whatever city we in works, but they probably could be getting free health care. Could be. You go to the hospital with a broken arm, you find out other things that's wrong with you, now you get it all fixed. Ain't nobody ever said that they owe Wayne Memorial. That's all I'm saying.
All right, next question.
You keep making this point about how Gotham has free health care, yet if we remember in The Dark Knight 2, the reason why the detective
she got receipts.
betrayed the Gotham PD is because of the medical bills that her parents had. So maybe if Bruce Wayne would pay his taxes.
When you have medical, that's like you having medical bills. You have to pay your medical bills because that money is going back into the city that you live in. It's going to it's going back to the drugs.
Batman paid his taxes.
What is that? It's his city.
If he paid the taxes,
it's his city. It is his city. It's his y'all are saying Batman should do all this because he has billions and billions of dollars. But what would you do? What would you do if Batman, if you had billions and billions of dollars, you're gonna give it up to people?
I do what you're doing the whole time. What's the question that my son got? Luke in the back.
Yeah, man. You don't got no voice.
So there was a lot of talk about like how crime rose to the level of Batman, but like the only criminal that exists because of Batman is the Joker. Every other criminal still, because Harvey Dent had issues, he was corrupted. Penguin still would have existed because he's a mob boss. Black Mask would have existed because he's a mob boss. Harley Quinn's even was psychotic. She should not have gotten her doctorate.
Tokyo 15.
Huh?
What about Hush?
Oh yeah, no,
Hush killed his parents.
He would have been good anyway.
Yeah. No, okay, but like she was driven mad by the Joker because she already had that it was an opening. There was an opening there. Like if she shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. She shouldn't have passed that psyche valve to be put with them.
Okay. All right, my thing is, if
any of you motherfuckers watch the news, you know that the comic books are not that much different from real life. There's already a million fucking Jokers running around. There's already a million fucking Two-Face penguins running around. Only thing Batman has done is inspired them to cosplay a little bit. That's all he's done. So we're going to end on the now in the corner with the Oscar
And then him in the blue.
You want to do him in the blue next, and then we'll throw it to the crowd to actually vote from there. So we lock them up.
Okay, so hold on, I kind of have this question. If Batman hands it over to the Gotham City, the police department, and the police department, isn't keeping them or isn't killing them, it keeps on letting them get out. Why isn't Batman handling himself? Because like they keep on getting out, they keep on doing the same stuff, but you keep on putting them back in the place where they keep on getting out. That way they can keep doing the same thing. Kill them. Oh
Right there with her, slapped her with it, and then she said, kill them. And I'm like, whoa, we better take murder. We got one more. We're gonna do the guy in the blue, and then we're gonna end on that. We're gonna throw it out to the crowd. We're gonna let y'all vote.
Yeah, come
on up, bro.
I disagree with the child neglect statement. Is it good? Is it good enough? Like tilts tilts like this? Yeah. Okay. Every single Robin at some point enforced their will of wanting to be Robin, and they were simply just gonna be Robin whether or not Batman was there. This was a different costume. He was built like that already. Jason was built like that already. Tim is a genius detective. He's been training to get behind him. When we talk about Damien trying to get me started on Damien, y'all all know what we're talking about Damien.
All right. So we're gonna throw it to the crowd. I mean, the judge is gonna make his. My bad. I'm gonna let the judge do the judge's job before the judge should be.
Mistrial.
All right, people. So, Batman, right? Guilty?
On what count? On what?
Can we get a show of hands?
Overall, right?
If overall you believe Batman is guilty. So, list the crimes again: child neglect, terrorism, assault, damage of property. Just the ones we covered. So, assault, battery, child neglect, terrorism. No. We definitely talked about how he rode through the city on guns and cars.
Guilty.
So all of those crimes, right? All of those crimes, right? I'm not asking. Yes. Is he guilty? No. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Is he guilty?
I heard yes.
Can we get a raise of hand who's guilty? Who says guilty? On all charges, Your Honor.
I think it's split.
Can we get a show of hands for who thinks he's not guilty? Damn, the Ace Attorney think he's not guilty? Yeah, some people got 2 hands up, and I still counted the crowd against.
No, that counted more not guilty.
So one more time, can we get the guilty to make some noise?
Lock him up! Not no more Batman!
Batman, wake up! We need you! So get the best
We gotta wrap this up, but
not guilty.
Let me get some guilty out there. Yeah! This one, Batman is now guilty, but I want y'all to know. Y'all look at a fantastic crowd. This has been the best panel that I've ever done. I want y'all to know we appreciate all of y'all. Y'all can follow us on BlerdxTrapHouse. We do this every Sunday with the head nurse in charge. It is anime court. We put a different person on trial. We have so many more coming out. We got so many in the pipeline. And for next year, we are going to set our next panel as Aaron. Is Aaron guilty? Yes or no?
Yes.
Come on back to find out.